Hello, magical people. Hope you're all doing very well out there. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Very happy to be with you all today and share about this very special astrological transit that we are going to be having really soon on January 21st, 2025 exact. And we are in the influence of right now as I'm filming this video on Friday, January 17th. We're going to talk about the PLUTO CAZIMI, 1 degrees of Aquarius. And a CAZIMI is when a planet is exactly conjunct the sun. We're going to get more into that. We're going to talk about what this special aspect means for the collective and all 12 signs as well. Before we get into the astrology, please remember, you guys, to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Also, I have this new Pluto in Aquarius Master Workshop that I filmed just a week ago live on the Beyond Mystic Academy. Available now. The replay is still available. You can watch it as many times as you like until the end of time. So you can go check that out at the link in the description box below. An over 4-hour workshop. And just one sec, you guys. We got Yenzi in the background helping producing. Just saw a little message from him. So thank you so much, Jens, for helping to produce and support me in everywhere you do. Also, I got this 2025 predictions live interactive workshop that I did a couple months ago now, but is still valid, of course. So if you'd like to see, this is an over 10-hour workshop that I did on the Beyond Mystic Academy that is also available. You can still check this out. Replay is available of the over 10 hours I did on the 2025 predictions for all 12 signs. And I talk about some of the collective predictions as well. And thank you so much, Serenity and Tact, and everyone for the very positive comments. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hello, DigiBean. Hello, Tracy. Kathy says, Meg, will you be posting the notes for that class? The notes should already be posted, Kathy. I will double check as soon as I'm done this live. They should have been posted already. So if they're not, we'll make sure that they are posted as soon as possible. Sometimes we have technical glitches on the back end. So I will check on that, Kathy, as soon as I am done. Also, you guys, if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available over at the link in the description box below, consultations.beyondmystic.net. And I'm starting my astrology booking starting in June. So getting booked up for 2025. If you'd like to book in with me for this Gregorian New Year that we are in, you can go book in at the link in the description box. Also, sign up for my newsletter to keep up to date no matter what goes on with the social media. Get all my uncensored content for sure when you sign up for my newsletter at the description box below. We've got Yenzi in the chat. Hello to my lovely husband. And Philip. Hello, Philip. Very nice to see you. So, oh my goodness, there's so much for me to share about this Pluto CAZIMI, this Sun conjunct Pluto. We're going to get into what this means for the whole collective, also what this means for each of the 12 signs. So on Tuesday, January 21st, we are going to have exact Pluto CAZIMI at 1 degrees of Aquarius, okay? And a CAZIMI is when a planet is in exact conjunction to the sun. And we actually call it a combustion. We also use the astrological word CAZIMI. And CAZIMI is an ancient Arabic word that means in the heart of the sun. And it's a very special, very auspicious astrological aspect where we just had my cat Ocean come in. So if you guys hear some meows, that's little Ocean here with us. And he might want to jump on me and make an appearance. Do you want to come up here, Ocean, and say hello? I think he's probably going to jump up. We'll just let him do that on his own. So yeah, when a planet is exactly conjunct the sun, you know, the sun represents our life force and our consciousness, our will, our motivation, source energy. So when a planet is in exact CAZIMI to the sun, we can receive divine insights and downloads regarding the areas of life that the planet, which is in CAZIMI to the sun, rules. also the sign that the cazimi happens to be happening in. Happens to be happening in. Is that proper English? So extremely powerful aspect. So you're going to want to see where you have in your birth chart 1 degrees of Aquarius to see what house you have 1 degrees of Aquarius, what planets, if any, are being highlighted at this time. And very, very special that this is our first Pluto cazimi in the sign of Aquarius since the late 1700s. So some of you may know, we've got Tracy here in the live chat, some of my astrology family crew in the live chat, that, the planet Pluto has a zodiac revolution of around 240 years. It takes Pluto to go through all the signs in the Western tropical zodiac. Ocean, what are you doing? So it is a rare occurrence. And the last time we would have had a Pluto cazimi would have been around the time of a lot of New World exploration in the late 1700s, a lot of New World immigration around the time of American independence and the French Revolution as well. So we know, of course, that Pluto is the planet of power and intensity, transformation, change, secrets, revealing, death, rebirth, and the shadow and taboo side of life. So all those kind of themes are going to be percolating in the air with this cazimi that we are in the influence of right now. As I'm filming this video on Friday, January 17th, 2025, we are within a 5-degree strong orb to this conjunction, which will be cazimi. So we're going to be in the energy of this Sun-Pluto cazimi for the whole next week, even though it's exact on Tuesday, January 21st. And there's going to be many effects of this that I'm going to talk about and predictions I'm going to make as well. So it is intense because Pluto is the planet of intensity. Aquarius, many of us already know, is the sign of freedom, the collective of humanity, the future, community, technology, innovation, astrology, ETs, outer space, higher consciousness, revolution, rebelliousness, the economy. Aquarius rules the economy, and weirdness. Okay, so expect things to be freaking weird over the next week, over the whole next, actually, almost 4 weeks, as we're about to step into Aquarius season starting on Sunday, January 19th, just 2 days before this exact cazimi. And this cazimi happening in the sign of Aquarius is at 1 degrees, which in Nicola Stoyanovic's degree theory is an Aries degree, not an Aquarius degree. It's an Aries degree because Aries is the first sign in Western astrology. And Aries degree highlights new beginnings, fresh, fast, new energy. It can be very quick. Action, leadership, politicians, men, business people, builders, fire. Okay, we're having some fire going on in the collective, along with emergency responders, initiation, and everything else that Aries rules in astrology. So it's very much about the new. Aquarius is the new and fresh and electric and future forward thinking, leadership, Aries degree, and men. And what does the divine masculine look like moving forward? And where are we directing our energy moving forward? It's interesting that this Pluto cazimi is at an Aries degree because, Pluto, of course, is the ruler of the sign Scorpio. And Aries is a sister sign to Scorpio because Aries and Scorpio are both traditionally ruled by Mars in astrology. And we've got Mars in a light opposition to this cazimi. It's no longer within a 5-degree strong orb. It's about 7 degrees off, but still we were going through that Mars-Pluto opposition. So Mars, the ruling planet of the sign Aries, in an opposition to this cazimi. So we can definitely see power struggles as a theme in our personal life and in the collective as well. And let me bring up this picture, you guys. Where did I have? Bear with me 1 second. I wanted to share with you guys this funny picture. I thought I had it. Shoot, is it not on my slide deck? 1 second, you guys. I gotta have it on here. Oh, I guess it's gone. Actually, what I'll do, I'll bring it up. Canada. Oh, I know where I brought it up. Sorry, you guys. I'm having a Kazimi brain fart over here. So, speaking of power struggles, we're going through the whole debacle of, Trump wanting to make Canada the 51st state or create some kind of North American union, which I am not opposed to. Many of my fellow Canadians have gotten very upset with me lately because I've been a bit vocal about that. Not saying I want that for sure. I'm just open to that based on the situation that we've gone through the past few years. And personally, I'm a Canadian that got locked out of Canada for almost 2 years. I know many of you guys know that already. Went through lots of challenges, as many of us did, that didn't get the you-know-whats. So I'm open. I'm open to some fresh new ways, fresh new energy. But that's a whole other story. My husband Jens and I did a whole video on his YouTube channel recently about that. You can go check out Jens's YouTube channel. He's got amazing content over there. He just put out this video, Reptilians Amongst Us, very good one, the other day. And then I think it was a couple weeks ago, we kind of did a deep dive on will Canada become the 51st state of the USA, a Canadian and European perspective. So that's over on Jens's YouTube channel. He did a follow-up too, because we got quite a bit of backlash over there, but all good. So want to share with you guys, I mean, look at this Aquarian weirdness. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been feeling kind of like this jaded energy lately, this information overload energy lately, right? And there's just so much happening at the same time that it's too much. And I don't think we're emotionally processing everything that's going on. But can we just take in for a second how hilarious this is? That Doug Ford, who is the premier of Ontario, so for those of you who may not be Canadian, that's equivalent to like the governor of a state in the United States as a reference. He's wearing a hat. Canada is not for sale. Okay. Did anybody have this on their bingo card for 2025? I mean, I did not. Let's see what Doug Ford said in this video recently, wearing this Canada is not for sale hat. And expect more of this Aquarian weirdness to come.
The ball caps. In one corner, the familiar lid of Mega Nation, and in the other, a hat today sported by Ontario's premier.
Nothing is more important than standing united.
The message, sweet and simple, created by an Ottawa-based branding company that suddenly had a crush of orders on its online store.
A real thrill, very proud to be Canadian, very proud to be an Ontarian.
The guy behind the company, Liam Mooney, used to be a political fundraiser.
I would consider it a privilege to be taken over by the United States of America.
He was repulsed by comments made by a Fox News host to Premier Ford last week. He thought the message, Canada is not for sale, would resonate with fellow Canadians.
We heard the way that Jesse Waters was talking about Canada, this idea that it would be a privilege to be an American. Well, I've got news for those folks. It's a privilege to be Canadian, and it's an amazing privilege.
Mooney's got a second hat for sale with patriotic words from the anthem. And in keeping with being Canadian, the hats are available in English and French. Do you see lots of Canadians wearing hats like that?
I mean, maybe one day. It depends how crazy this gets.
Would you wear a hat like that?
I would wear a badge, a hat, whatever, but in my heart, it's inscribed. I'm a Canadian, I respect other countries, but we are not for sale.
Mooney hopes eventually the hats themselves will be 100% Canadian made, calling it a small act of patriotism. John Benavalli Rouse, CTV News, Toronto.
Als je op vakantie bent.
Yes, and we've got Tracy in the chat, our Aquarian soul sister. She says, time to get rid of labeling. We are all one. I love it. I love that Aquarian wisdom, and I totally agree, Tracy. And I did a deep dive on the astrology of Canada and Justin Trudeau here on my Meg Moonbeam YouTube and Rumble channels just a week ago, a couple weeks ago. I can't even remember what day it was. So if you want to hear all about what I have to say about Canada, the future of it, Justin Trudeau / Castro, that is on my YouTube and Rumble channels. So yeah, power struggles are afoot in the collective and with each of us personally in our lives. So with this Pluto Cazimi in the sign of Aquarius, okay, weirdness, expect the unexpected, and things are going to be weird, and things are going to be unpredictable. Okay, Aquarius is unpredictability. So I always say when I teach my astrology classes or when I'm doing a personal reading, if we've got very strong Aquarian influence, or if we've got very strong Uranus influence, the ruler of Aquarius, we don't know how it's going to go. We don't know exactly how it's going to go. It's unpredictability, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune card, which is, related to Aquarius. And if anybody is telling you right now, this is exactly how I'm seeing the inauguration going to go, which is the day before the Cazimi, or this is exactly how I'm seeing the WEF is going to go, it's not accurate. Aquarius is total unpredictability and weirdness and unexpected events in our personal lives and in the collective. So that's why it's important to see. And we're going to go through each of the 12 signs after the collective reading. But look in your personal chart. Where do you have 1 degrees of Aquarius? Because this is an area of life that you can experience some weirdness. You can experience some things coming out of the blue. You can experience some huge downloads and insights as well. Remember, Cazimi in the heart of the sun is to receive huge sun insights. The sun is shining a light on Pluto, which is about deep revealing, transformation, profound higher consciousness, and heightened intuition. Also important to note that the 2 dispositors of this Cazimi, so the 2 rulers of the sign of Aquarius, are Saturn, the traditional ruler, and Uranus, the modern day ruler. So, the 2 dispositors, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus, they're both in places that they don't like to be. Okay, they're both a little pissed off. They're both a little moody. Well, Uranus isn't really that emotional or moody. Neither is Saturn, but Saturn is in Pisces. He doesn't really like to be there. Conjunct Venus, exalted in Pisces, so that kind of lightens it up a little bit. So this Cazimi is also having a theme of highlighting our commitments, our sense of responsibility moving into this Aquarian future. Venus is our commitments and our committed relationships. Are the people around us and are our values in alignment for moving into the future? There could also be unexpected new merging. Pluto is merging and sex and passion with serious, real deal soulmate partnerships, whether that's in love, whether that's in work, whether that's in friendship as well. And with the other dispositor, Uranus at fall in Taurus, we've been going through that since 2018. Uranus will enter Gemini in 2025, then go retrograde back, and then go full on into Gemini in 2026. Uranus at Taurus at an Aquarian degree at the moment is one of the most, if not the most unstable thing you can have in astrology. That's why things feel so weird and unstable. Uranus, the planet of instability and progression, innovation, moving forward into the future and change. In Taurus, the most grounded, stubborn sign that literally rules the earth, right? So it's not an easy Pluto Cazimi. There's definitely a challenging, trippy, ungrounded, very highly unpredictable energy to it. But if we work with it consciously, this is why astrology is so powerful. If we're consciously aware of it, be open to what comes up for you at the time of this Pluto Cazimi, because it can offer you huge transformation, Pluto, huge revealing and huge insights as well. So we talked about Doug Ford. Also want to bring up, around the time of this Pluto Cazimi, we're still, dealing with the situation in Los Angeles. Excuse me, you guys. So what I've brought up here on the screen, this is the transit chart for Los Angeles on the exact day of the Pluto Cazimi. And by the way, let me bring something else up over here. I'm going to be doing a special show with Red Pill Rooster. That's going to be on, what day is that? Wednesday, January, it's showing the Belgium time, you guys, but I'll say the Eastern time. At Wednesday, January 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern, Luke Red Pill Rooster lived in Los Angeles for 10 years. He's an actor. He's also a prominent conspiracy theorist and truther. So we're going to do a deep dive on The Truth of Los Angeles Fires, Astrology and Intuitive Reading. So stay tuned for that deep dive that we've got coming up. We'll go more into details, but I want to mention to you guys, because this is where the astrology literally is so accurate. It's completely mind-blowing. Transit chart for Los Angeles. So we've got the birth chart of Los Angeles in the middle rim, and then we've got the transits, the astrology of the day for January 21st on the outer rim. And look at this, you guys, okay? This Pluto Cazimi, exact Sun conjunct Pluto, is exactly conjunct the IC, the Eamon Coley of the chart of Los Angeles. For those of you who may not know, the IC of an astrology chart is the bottommost point. It's the bottom of the chart. It's the belly. And it's the most vulnerable, private, sensitive part of the chart that represents the past. It represents wounds, trauma, our emotions, emotional pain, homes, family, our ancestors, anything having to do with home, properties, families. So that Pluto Cazimi exactly on the IC, one of the most painful moments for Los Angeles, if not possibly the most painful moment of Los Angeles of history. While Los Angeles is also going through its exact Pluto return. Luke and I will talk about that deeper in our show in a couple weeks. So extremely vulnerable time for LA. That goes without saying. And also, it's interesting because Pluto is not just intensity and revealing and sex and all those Scorpio things, but important to remember that Pluto is also hidden money. Okay. Pluto is insurance, taxes, gifts of money, the money that we don't make day to day ourselves. That's Venus and Taurus. Pluto is hidden forms of money. Pluto rules insurance. Pluto Cazimi in the chart of Los Angeles on the IC, the insurance of homes, IC, beginning of the fourth house. So I think, there's already been the Los Angeles fires raging. And by the way, I'm sending so much love, light, support, and prayers to everyone out in Los Angeles. It's absolutely unprecedented what is going on there. And I can't imagine what you guys are going through in that area. Sending so much love out to you guys. I think with this Cazimi, literally on Tuesday, January 21st, or the days surrounding it, there might even be protest. Okay, Aquarius is protest or revolution or a big upheaval on social media. Aquarius is the internet around exposing the insurance agencies and how they basically bailed on a lot of the people of Los Angeles. I think that's going to be even more out in the open than it already is. The people of Los Angeles, right? I see the real people, the people that are from there, that have nowhere else to go. There's a lot of people that have immigrated to Los Angeles to make their dreams come true. But the real Los Angeles people are going to be intense. They're going to be pissed, and they're going to be speaking out loud about how many of the insurance agencies are not actually going to back them up. They backed out at the last minute. Yes, Divine Hazel, or not the last minute, beforehand. Divine Hazel says insurance was canceled by INS company before the fires. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, you guys. So I think that's going to be a really big theme topic with this Cazimi for Los Angeles in the coming week. And after that as well. Hermano Bronco says La La Land is going to change. Definitely, for sure. And Kathleen, you took the words out of my mouth. You say people in LA asking for the fire chief to be removed. I do think we could literally see on the day of Cazimi, Tuesday, January 21st, or the days surrounding it, fire chief stepping down, mayor stepping down, Gavin Newsom stepping down as well. Because it's going to get intense on the Cazimi day, and people are going to be outraged. They're going to be sharing it online. There might even be a big protest about the major injustice that has gone on there. So, okay, moving on. That was really interesting. I wanted to share that Los Angeles chart with you. And also, I was going to share the China one later, but I'll bring that one up I'll bring that one up now, and then we'll go on to some other subjects. Another chart of a country this time, China. Okay. China's astrological chart has exact 1 degree Aquarius rising. So isn't it wild that Los Angeles, that's being really highlighted right now with the unprecedented crisis, has this Cazimi exactly conjunct its IC, and China, who's also being really highlighted right now because of the potential TikTok ban. Okay, and there might be other things going on in China. I'm not from China. I don't speak Chinese. So if any of you guys know more about what's going on in China relating to some of the things I'm talking about in this Cazimi, please let us know in the comments below. But, you know, TikTok, ruled by Aquarius, a social media company having to do with online and influencers and the internet, all that, you know, there's questions of, is it going to be shut down? So it's looking like TikTok might be getting shut down in the United States starting on Sunday, January 19th. I know it can really look that way, you guys. What I'm going to say to this, I'm going to say an Aquarian prediction, okay, which is expect the unexpected with this. And if I had to lean more towards is TikTok going to get banned or isn't TikTok going to get banned, I would say I don't think it's going to get banned, because Aquarius is always the opposite thing from what you think it is. So at the moment, it really looks like it's actually going to be getting banned. But supposedly some advisors from Trump's team, and this could be complete bullshit, it's from BBC News, but let me know if any of you guys have a better source of this. Supposedly, Trump will put measures in place to stop TikTok ban. I've been seeing several articles about that. We will see about that. It's interesting that in China's chart, this Pluto Cazimi will be right on the moon, which represents the people being seen in the first house in some sort of form. Maybe there's a big protest going on. We could see a big revolution start to happen in China. Is that already going on? I don't know. Let us know, people from China. I was trying to look up some things online earlier, but of course, you know, China has a lot of censorship. And you know, the rising sign represents how we're seen by others, right? How others see us, how we physically look, and being seen. Okay. So China is very much in the spotlight, and it's going to be very unexpected what happens. You know, Aquarius degree leadership. I personally feel that someone is likely going to be buying TikTok, and TikTok will not have the ban go through in the US. So that's currently what I'm banking on at the moment, based off my sighty senses and astrological interpretation. But then again, it's Aquarius, it's weirdness, it's unpredictability. Maybe something completely opposite happens. Hermano Branco says, silence 170 million American users. Not a chance. Yeah, it's such a good point. And I didn't realize it was that many American users. Wild. That's absolutely wild. So let's move to, you know, I actually want to show you guys. This is the CEO of TikTok. Let's just take a look at this quick little video here. This is him speaking, I think, today.
Show here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery.
All right, that dude's probably about to receive a huge payout. Absolutely wild. Okay, I also want to move to, I got a few more things to share for the collective having to do with this Pluto Cazimi, and then we'll talk about each of the 12 sign predictions. Okay, so I'm on the edge of my seat, you guys. I don't know about you guys. I'm on the edge of my seat because supposedly Dr. Stephen Greer is saying he announced this on January 15th. Stephen Greer says a group of UFO whistleblowers will be going public within the next 72 hours. Aquarius rules UFO, Aquarius rules aliens, anything having to do with ETs. Let's see what Greer has to say.
The reason we're starting this podcast now, rather emergently here today, is because we have a group of people who are in the process in the next 72 hours or so who will be coming forward with a great deal of information and evidence related to the UFO and NHI or extraterrestrial issue. And I think the public is going to need to have a source of perspective and context and analysis to go to. And so I feel that this is the time for me to start a podcast like this. We're going to be eager to let everyone, put the word out that we're doing this, because I think without the context and interpretation, understanding, there'll be too many opportunities for the disclosure of this information to be manipulated, go sideways. The reason we're starting this podcast.
I think it's really interesting, you guys. There have been, if I'm remembering correctly, other whistleblowers connected to Stephen Greer already having come forward. But I just realized right in this moment, I find it really interesting that now with these new whistleblowers, he's announcing it publicly, which I don't know if he's done that with the other whistleblowers before they actually go public. And he's starting a podcast in sync with this. So it feels like this is going to be something really, really freaking big. Okay. And with this Pluto CAZIMI, Pluto is no joke. Pluto is very deep and possibly even uncomfortable truths being revealed about ETs, UAPs, anything having to do with outer space, anything having to do with experiments as well. Aquarius is experiments. So I'm thinking here that this Stephen Greer whistleblower situation, this is not a nothing burger. I think this is going to be a really big deal. I think it's going to really trip out the normies. And I feel like he's starting his podcast partially, whether he's conscious of or not. It just feels like it's time to assist the progress of people hearing this information and then maybe needing a debrief by an expert like Stephen Greer after. CeeLo Joe says, yeah, Saturday on News Nation and then over the next 2 months. Interesting. Okay, thank you so much, CeeLo Joe, for that. Sorry, you guys, if I'm like la 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 with my words. I've had an absolutely crazy busy week this past week. Done a lot of impromptu shows, really late at night, been up till like 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning the last week. So bear with me if my words are a little bit la 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 la. I'm trying my best, you guys. I know you guys are very understanding and I love you all. So I'm excited for this intel. Okay, we've got Saturday on News Nation. This is super exciting and it's going to be a very big deal. Perfect timing. And maybe Stephen Greer does astrology, works with an astrologer, because this is the literal best time to be sharing something like that. And also, you guys, I want to shout out my husband, Jens, again, who's here in the back producing the show. Thank you so much for your help. A couple weeks ago, Jens and I watched this documentary that Jens found out about called The Program. And it's directed by James Fox. And Jens is like a conspiracy, alien, UAP expert. And he loves to watch very, in-depth documentaries and technical stuff. Jens is very, very smart. Not just saying that because he's my husband. And for me, sometimes, because we're working, Jens and I, with the conspiracies like all day, every day, keeping up with the information, doing spiritual work at the same time. Sometimes when it gets to the end of the day and I just want to chill, I like reality TV and just tuning out and just completely going into just like a little bit of a vegetable mode, just to not have to think about anything. But we watched the documentary. I was a little bit hesitant because I was like, oh my God, is this going to be so intense? What's this going to be about? But it was actually amazing, amazing new documentary, you guys, that explores the unprecedented bipartisan congressional effort to uncover what intelligence agencies really know about UFOs, now referred to as UAP. So highly, highly recommend this documentary. And thank you so much, Yenzi, for showing it to me. It's absolutely wild. Yeah, CeeLo Joe, you're going to love it. And there's mind-blowing video and picture footage that's never been seen before of real proof. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, what else do I have to share with you guys? Also, of course, I can't not say that the day before this Pluto Cazimi is the inauguration day. Okay, the USA inauguration day, which is going to be on January 20th. Now, I've already made this prediction the past week, and it's already started to come true a little bit. I've said that inauguration day is going to be weird. Aquarius is weirdness. Not necessarily in a negative way. Okay, yes, Pluto is the most intense sign. Yes, it rules the shadow side of life. I think more this Cazimi is revealing important information about humanity, the nature of reality, ETs, that kind of thing, because it's in Aquarius more so rather than really adverse events. We're off of that really strong Mars in opposition to Pluto. So my prediction is already starting to come true. I said this inauguration would be freaking weird. Okay. And right before I went live, I saw this article. Time says the history behind moving presidential inaugurations indoors. So some of you guys maybe haven't heard this yet. The inauguration is now going to be indoors. It's not going to be outside due to an extremely cold weather pattern that is going to be coming into the Washington area. Hello, Red Pill Rooster. Thanks for joining us. You guys go follow Red Pill Rooster over on X and Rumble. I was just sharing, Luke, about the video that we're going to be doing soon. Excited for that. So yeah, it's weird that this is going to be indoors, and there's going to be many other weird, electric, unpredictable vibes to it. And I really feel like the executive orders are going to be bam, 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 bam. There's going to be so many executive orders. Remember, Aquarius rules electricity and electric currents and things moving fast. And this Cazimi is at 1 degree, an Aries degree. So this is a very, very fast energy. Okay. So this is like, I believe President Trump, when he says he's about to do all these crazy ass executive orders, the inauguration is going to be trippy. And then the amount of executive orders, I think there's going to be a shit ton. Okay, excuse my language. There's going to be tons. And it's going to really trip out the normies, Aquarius, to be tripped out, to be shocked about the true nature of reality. And I think that these executive orders are stepping us into more freedom, also ruled by the sign of Aquarius. But it's also going to be confusing for some people that are not equipped and not up to speed with, what's really been going on. This is an article by 29 News. It says Trump's inaugural ceremony will be moved indoors due to possible extreme cold weather. Another really funny thing is Aquarius in astrology, of course, is the height of winter time. It's the middle of winter when winter is at its strongest. And Aquarius rules cold places and cold weather. So very interesting that with this Sun-Pluto conjunction in Aquarius, 1 degree, so it's very, very strong critical degree, cold weather affecting Washington. And there's a cold, what's it called, you guys? Extreme cold weather. We talked about this on Beyond the News last night, I think. There is a polar vortex set to grip the U.S. Polar vortex map shows where, I hate all these freaking ads. Polar vortex maps show where Arctic blast is set to freeze the U.S. as far as the deep south. I mean, the astrology shows it exactly makes sense. Aquarius rules very cold weather. This is going to be very, very cold. Okay. So in the past week, I can't even remember where I said this, if it was on YouTube, if it was on my social media. Again, you guys, please bear with me. My mind is a little bit la 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 after this absolutely crazy past week. Hello, Anna. And nice to see you, my Scorpio soul sister, polar vortex. Yeah. What was I going to say there? Oh, yeah. I've been really feeling intuitively. And one of my astrology teachers literally said exactly what I was feeling the past week. So I was like, okay, this is a real message. I feel like it's very important to be prepared for any possible scenario right now. Okay, I'm going to get intense Scorpio over here for a moment. Not that it's the end of the world, but because we are in unprecedented times, astrological transits. Okay, and we happen to be in a time now, if you're in North America, Canada, and the US, where we've got this polar vortex going on, where I would take this seriously. Okay, so if you are in a southern kind of location that isn't as used to the cold as we are up in Canada, we're used to like very cold, or the more northern parts of the States, please take this seriously because this isn't going to be a joke. And I don't want to manifest this, but it's my duty as an astrologer to be honest with you guys, because I love all you guys. Okay. Have extra food, have extra water, have extra batteries, have extra blankets, have everything prepared just so you're good if there happens to be some kind of, aftermath, I guess I'll say, from this polar vortex. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Just have to say, and I've been feeling that very, very strong. Okay, so I love you guys. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Okay. Very, very interesting stuff. Also, we've got the World Economic Forum happening starting the same day as Inauguration Day and will be happening exact day of Pluto CAZIMI. So World Economic Forum, the past 2 years, 3 years that we've had the World Economic Forum, it's been around the time of Pluto CAZIMIs. So, sorry, Pluto and Capricorn CAZIMI. So the last World Economic Forum, we actually had a Pluto CAZIMI at 29 degrees of Capricorn. There was still power for the dark arts people a little bit at that World Economic Forum. With this World Economic Forum that's going to be happening, it's with Sun in Aquarius, Pluto now at the beginning of Aquarius, Pluto CAZIMI. These weirdos are not, these psychopathic WEF weirdos, okay, might get taken down on YouTube. I've had enough. I'm having an Alex Jones moment and I'm fucking tired of it, okay? Have you guys seen Alex Jones ever freak out? I feel like having a freak out. Alex Jones is actually an Aquarius, so that's funny that I feel like I'm channeling him right now. The psychopaths are not in power anymore. Yeah, so they're not in a powerful position, and this WEF might be the last. Okay, I'm just going to make a prediction here that this World Economic Forum might be such a shit show and might be so disrupted by independent journalism, by things being outed online, by, Trump supposedly is going to address the World Economic Forum meeting via video. Okay, if you guys saw years ago, Trump went in person to the World Economic Forum and bashed them in front of their faces. Okay, he didn't say fuck you, but it was basically a huge fuck you in front of their faces. So, and now that he's got, his experience and RFK Jr. on his side and, possibly him having been the president this entire time, we won't get too into that because we're on YouTube. But, a lot of you guys know there's a lot going on beneath the surface, potentially. This is going to be very disruptive. This is going to be buck wild. Buckle up, you guys. Buckle up for this week with this Pluto CAZIMI because it is going to be non-stop. Weirdness, developments, disruption. Aquarius is disruption. Aquarius is rebelliousness, the rebels being highlighted. So this is going to be one for the history books. And yeah, I'm going to make a prediction that I think the WEF might be such a shit show this year that it might be the last one. And if it's not the last one, it might be the last one where it's kind of public, right? The World Economic Forum and, other kind of gatherings like that, if I'm remembering correctly, they used to be more behind the scenes. Then they started to get more public because they wanted us to make us feel like they have our back and they're on our side and they care about humanity. They're going to be majorly outed for sure. This is an article from Euronews. Misinformation is the biggest short-term risk to the world, says World Economic Forum. Okay. Projection. That's all I'll say about that. I highly recommend you guys keeping up with, of course, my channels here on YouTube and Rumble regarding the World Economic Forum or the Beyond Mystic channel. Also, Rebel News is fantastic. They actually go in person to the World Economic Forum and kind of confront all these crazies to their faces, and it's absolutely priceless. Okay. So I'm sure Rebel News will be going viral with some of their content visiting the WEF. Keep up to date with them. So last thing I'll say for the collective having to do with this Pluto Cazimi is we'll also see overall themes of transformation and revealing of the economy, new financial systems, experiments done to humanity, and technological innovation, bringing us into the future. All right. So before we get into the 12 sign readings for this Pluto Cazimi, very powerful astrological aspect, as I've been talking about, let's do a collective oracle card and tarot pull for all of us. And I'm going to ask the universe, all that supports us for our highest good. How can we, what I'm going to ask is, how can we work with the energy of this Cazimi? How can we be open to the blessings and the magic of this? Oh, this one wants to come up. Cazimi. I'm going to pull a card from my angel number oracle and my starseed oracle, because of course starseeds ruled by Aquarius. Anything having to do with the stars, ETs. Let's see what we get here. Okay, we've already got a theme. I'll reveal it in a moment. I'm keeping you guys in suspense as I pull the cards. Halloween tarot cards. MJ, I've got my Halloween tarot cards still. Okay. Ooh. All right. This is not what I was expecting. Aquarius is unexpected stuff. We've got from the angel number oracle, the compassion card, 369. So angel number 369. This might be a number that many of us see over the course of this Pluto Cazimi influence. Compassion. We've got from the Starseed Oracle, you've got the love, Hadrian energy, codependency, boundaries. And we've also got the Queen of Wands. Okay. I told you guys last week that I really want to get better at the tarot cards. And I know that the only way to get better at something is to actually just start freaking doing it. So Queen of Wands, I'm not too familiar with. I know we've got MJ in the chat. MJ, let us know what the Queen of Wands is all about, because I'd like to know what the exact meaning is, or if anybody knows anything about the Queen of Wands, please put that in the comments because I'm not too familiar. I'm learning the tarot. I'm going to get good at the tarot. That's one of my intentions for 2025. I find it interesting that we've got the compassion and you've got the love card together. It's like soft energy, even though the you've got the love says codependency boundaries. It's like, it's making me feel like I'm hearing spirit say we may need to be holding people's hands through this process. You may find yourself having to hold people's hands. That could be literally like physically, or I more so mean symbolically of this is going to be a trippy ass transit. Okay. So having compassion for those that may not be as ahead on the woo or in the alternative field or into the conspiracy, having compassion and patience and love and not judgment, I feel is very, very important. MJ, our tarot goddess, says she's the woo queen, spiritual badass. That's right. Of course. She's the woo queen, spiritual badass with the black cat. Thank you so much, MJ, for that. You say very Pisces cards. Weird. Yeah, it is interesting, isn't it? So, with her being the woo queen, I mean, that's a very kind of Aquarian frequency. Aquarius is the woo. And it's kind of making me feel, MJ and everybody, like we're going to need to be in self-mastery. We're going to need to be in mastery with this Pluto Cazimi, because there may be a part of our ego that might want to go to some of our kind of normie loved ones and community, like, I freaking told you so. You're wrong. Ha 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 ha. Look, that thing just outed. Look, that executive order just went through. Look, that guy's talking about the UAPs and he's a very high level person. Look, it's all coming out in the open, right? But the Queen of Wands is making me feel like being in walking the talk and being empowered and holding space in others through not the ego, but compassion. Even if people may not understand the way we may understand things, and I'm not by any means saying, if you're into the woo, I'm not saying that we're better than anybody else. We're just kind of open and aware of some things that others aren't yet, right? Lauren says, first time here, just found your channel. Oh, so cool, Lauren. Welcome to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube channel. So yeah, Queen of Wands, the queen of the woo. MJ says, yes, mastery of self with ego check, compassion for others. I love that. Mark says, Queen of Wands is authentic and creative. Digibean, stand up for weirdness. Divine Hazel, Queen of Wands is confident, independent, and courage. She is kind, friendly, and supportive queen. Yeah, it's like we're going to be receiving not a reality check. Reality check isn't the word. What's the word? We're going to be receiving validation. We're going to be receiving multiple validations with this Pluto Cazimi. Bam, 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 bam. One after another. It might be overwhelming. It's going to be a lot. And it's important for us to stay humble through that process. Serenity Intact says, woo people have had more time to digest the weird. Definitely. Totally agree. So thank you so much, universe, for those beautiful cards. And we've gone through the collective astrology reading for this Pluto Cazimi. Now we're going to get into each of the 12 sign readings. Okay, so I highly recommend that you listen, most importantly, to your rising and then sun sign. You can also listen to your moon for more personal psychological interpretations. And since it is sun conjunct Pluto, do pay attention to your sun sign because it is the sun. So sun and rising, pay attention to. And I'm drinking my cinnamon tea. Okay. Aries, sun, moon, and risings. You guys are having this Pluto Cazimi in your 11th house. Of course, you're the sign that you've got Aquarius in the 11th house of Aquarius. So you might want to rewind, Aries, if you didn't listen to the first part of this video, because everything I've talked about is going to be even more amplified and exaggerated for you. Okay, so this Cazimi, it is highlighting unexpected events, weirdness, your friends, your group associations. There could be major revealing insights and downloads regarding your friends, community that you associate with, also your long-term goals. Okay. This is a very powerful Cazimi if you do any work online. Aquarius is online or social media. Or humanitarianism, it's very powerful to be doing that kind of work. And some Aries may be very inspired by some of the new technology that is going to be revealed, or you might even come up, Aries, with some inventions yourself with this Pluto Cazimi. It's at 1 degrees, which is an Aries degree. So you are being very divinely inspired, very activated. And I'm feeling like your nervous systems are very, very electric. So make sure to do proper grounding, drink lots of water through this process. And this is a very, very creative energy for you too, Aries. So very good, Cazimi, to be spending time with friends, like-minded community, online community, letting your voice be heard if you feel to, and definitely expect the unexpected. So love you, Aries, so much. And I'm wishing you a very happy, magical Pluto Cazimi. Next, we go to our Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Risings. And my fellow Tauruses, I got a Taurus rising. My fellow Tauruses, we're having this Pluto Cazimi. Woo, woo. Holy cow. It is on our midheaven, conjunct our midheaven within 1 degree in our 10th house. Okay, Tauruses. So this is about our work, our career, our long-term goals, our legacy, parents, older people in our life. So expect the unexpected in those areas. Expect major downloads and insights and clarity and inspiration. Aquarius is also inspiration coming through in those areas as well. And I think many Tauruses are going to be inspired with new long-term goals, maybe a new legacy, a new idea having to do with work, or there can be really cool new work opportunities coming forward for you guys, having to do with the woo, having to do with online, the internet, social media, humanitarianism, showing your rebellious side, showcasing your weird side. So, and I've been saying this to the Tauruses for a long time, shoot for the stars and believe in yourself. And now is the time to up level with Pluto in your 10th house for the whole next 20 years, but specifically with this Pluto Cazimi conjunct the sun. Super powerful for you Tauruses. I'm sending lots of love your way and have a very happy and magical Cazimi. Next, we've got our Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings. For Gemini, you're having this Pluto Sun Cazimi in Aquarius in your 9th house. Geminis. Okay, the 9th house is our higher mind. Similar to the 11th house, it's higher consciousness and our beliefs. You can have a shocking change of beliefs. You can have a shocking dismantling, right? Pluto is about dismantling, destruction regarding beliefs that don't serve you, regarding religious institutions that you've maybe been attached to in the past. If you have, your beliefs are going through an upgrade and a transformation. Some of you Geminis may be traveling in a foreign location or have foreign people, places, things around you as a theme right now. Geminis, this is a fantastic Pluto Cazimi for you to be meditating, for you to be doing practices to connect to your higher mind, because you're going through a huge activation right now. Okay. Very powerful time for spiritual practices. And I think many Geminis will also be inspired to start to learn a new subject that is Aquarian in subject. It's a very good Pluto Cazimi to maybe start a workshop or a course or a book on or a podcast series on anything related to technology, spiritual science, the woo, astrology, humanitarianism, all those Aquarian ruled things. So love you, Geminis, so much, and wishing you a very happy and magical Pluto Cazimi. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings, you guys are having this Pluto Cazimi in your 8th house, the house of Pluto. Okay. So Cancers, this is a huge transformation, a huge point of secrets likely being revealed. Okay. You might have some weird, Aquarius rules, weird secrets being revealed regarding yourself, specifically Aquarius's friends, community, okay, your long-term goals, the future. secrets being revealed, things from the hidden side of the life coming to the surface. Your shadow side can be highlighted as well. Cancers, I'm seeing spirit go like this. I'm seeing spirits making me want to do this, like wiping your hands clean. There's a major release of wiping your hands clean. And Cancers, I'm literally feeling buzzing in my hands right now as I'm reading for you guys. I have not had this kind of buzzing in my hands since I used to do a lot more like energy healing, Reiki, before I went astrology full time. And I have not felt the energy in my hands as I'm feeling right now for you guys. So Cancers, this could be like also a time where maybe a lot of you are getting initiated to start to step into being a healer, being the shaman, being the teacher, being the master that you are at something having to do with the woo or something that is helping to bring us into the age of Aquarius. Because I'm feeling my hands, I feel like many of you guys have healing abilities through the hands. Like hands-on healing is something that can get you through this transit, is something that maybe a bunch of you guys are going to be activated into with this transit. And, you know, I got to say it, Pluto's about sex. 8th house is about sex. Aquarius is things that are unusual and different. You might notice, Cancer, some unusual like sexual experiences or different things that you want to try with this Pluto Cazimi in terms of intimacy and sex at this time. So Cancers, let us know what the heck is going on with you guys in the live chat and the comments below. Extremely transformational. You're being empowered. There might be some creepy crawly information that comes to the surface, but it's helping to up-level you. It's helping to empower you. Melissa Roy, thank you for sharing, says Cancer Sun, retired nurse, now practicing Reiki for friends and family. Wow, Meg. Yes, keep doing it, Melissa. It's very, very needed at this time. So totally in alignment there. Okay, love you, Cancers. Have a happy Pluto Cazimi. Next, we go to our Leo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. All y'all Leos. Leos, what is going on with the Leos? You've got all this stellium of Pisces placements in your 8th house of Scorpio, of Pluto. You've got this Pluto Cazimi in your 7th house. This is about your relationships. This is about other people in your life. For many Leos, you know, because Aquarius is friends and like-minded community and like-minded consciousness, for many Leos, there may be a friend or a member of your community that you start a serious, committed, romantic relationship with. This is definitely about love, work, commitments, your commitments in general, your aesthetic. Leos, you can be very inspired to change your aesthetic, change your style with this Pluto Cazimi. It would be a good time, okay, and before we got Venus going retrograde. I know I'm going in a different direction just for a second here, but Venus retrograde from beginning of March until middle of April. We do not want to be getting haircuts. We do not want to be getting any crazy, you know, beauty procedures. Okay, Leo, and I know those things can mean a lot to a lot of the Leos. This is actually a good time to get a completely new hairstyle. Go do a wardrobe haul. Is that the right word? Haul. Yeah, like change your style if you need to change the energy of your life and you want to attract new things. And expect the unexpected in your relationships and merging deeper with others around you and deep truths being revealed about your relationships. So love you, Leo, so much. Wishing you an absolutely magical Pluto Cazimi. Our Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Risings are having this Pluto Cazimi in your 6th house, the house of Virgo, your home house. So Virgos, you know, you guys can be more prone than the other signs to nervous tension, to anxiety, to kind of like nervous system overload. You know, Virgo rules that in medical astrology. So does Gemini and Aquarius. So Virgos, if you're feeling really ADD, if you're literally feeling like the electric circuitry running through your body, the buzzing in the hands that I just had, anxiety or stress, not being able to sleep, not being able to calm down. Not wishing this upon you guys, okay? It's just in the medical astrology. You guys could be feeling like that. You're feeling this Cazimi in your physical body, okay? And Aquarius is the ascension and ascension symptoms. So I think many Virgos will be experiencing big ascension symptoms physically, mentally, spiritually. So doing grounding, drinking really good water, eating really grounding foods, taking care of your health is important because you're actually processing it physically more so than all the other signs. There can also be unexpected new health protocols you learn about, routines, exercise, unexpected things happening in your day-to-day work as well. Many of you Virgos can be inspired to step into Aquarian kind of work roles moving forward into the future. So it's really inspiring you about, because it is in your home house, and Virgo does rule being of service to others. How do you want to be of service to the collective moving forward? Right? Sassy Cindy says, I'm Virgo and I am buzzing. That is awesome. CeeLo Joe says, boy, are you spot on, Meg. I'm happy that it's resonating. So yeah, Virgos, that's what I've got for you. And I'm wishing you a very happy Pluto Cazimi. Have fun. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Risings are having this Pluto Cazimi in the 5th house, your 5th house of fun and play and creativity and being in the spotlight. You guys are feeling it, okay? Libras, you might already be feeling it right now. Well, actually, you'll feel it more so starting on Sunday when the sun ingresses into Aquarius and you've got the sun and Pluto in your 5th house. This is fun. This is positive. This is playful. This is just have fun. Libra, do things that inspire you. Do things that raise your vibration. Do things that your inner child wants to do. Many of you Libras may be in the spotlight online or in your like-minded community. It's a very good time to start showcasing your gifts and talents. This is a house we also associate with romance and sex. So some Libras might be having a friend or person in their like-minded community that becomes a lover. There could be romance going on for some of the Leos there, Libras there, and some fun, sexy times, okay? The 5th house is sex. Pluto is sex as well. So make time for creativity, make time for fun. You guys can be like creative geniuses at the time of this Cazimi. Aquarius rules geniuses, genius energy. I didn't mention that yet in this video. So it's like wherever we've got Aquarius in our charts, we're receiving this genius impulse, divine insights and inspiration. So for you, Libra, it's very creative and it's very much about your gifts and talents and ideas moving forward on how to showcase them and be more in alignment for them. And I love this for you Libras because it's just been a week since the South Node has moved out of your sign into Virgo and things are getting lighter for you. So very happy to report that to you Libras. I'm sending lots of cosmic love your way and have a very magical Pluto Cazimi. Scorpios, I'm just noticing here, I'm missing a sign. Shit, I'm missing the Aquarians. Okay, what the heck, you guys? Bear with me here. I just noticed I'm missing the Aquarian slide. Okay, I've got it here on my slide deck. I'm like, why are there 4 slides left? Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so my fellow Scorpios, we are having this Pluto Cazimi in our 4th house. So this is the bottom house of the astrological chart. It's about our emotions, our vulnerability, our sensitivity, home, family, our foundations of life, our ancestors. Okay. So Scorpios, it's very much a Pluto Cazimi, and this is our planetary ruler, Pluto. So it's a very big deal for us. Have your house in order. Okay. Let me know, Scorpios, if any other my fellow Scorpios are going through this too. Jens and I are getting ready to literally move homes. We're getting ready to put Jens's house in Belgium in Airbnb. We're doing renovations. We're doing feng shui. It's very much about the home and our base and our foundation and family as well. So I'm definitely going through that as a Scorpio. And there's unexpected inspiration, downloads, insights that can come through regarding those fourth house areas. There might even be deep secrets. Pluto, our ruler, is secrets. Scorpio rules secrets regarding our family, regarding where we live, regarding our emotional body coming up to the surface. So this is a good Cazimi, Scorpio, for us actually to be making good time for rest, home, family. There can be intense emotions coming up because it's in our fourth house, but it's interesting because Aquarius is not an emotional sign. Aquarius actually rules to be emotionally detached. So there's intense stuff coming up to the surface, but with it being an Aquarius, that's actually helping us not get totally moody, totally extreme, emotional, ups and downs. So I like that about it. It's stabilizing us, and it is new developments in our family as well. Unexpected weirdness for sure. So I keep saying weirdness, but it's Aquarius, so I got to keep saying it. So Scorpio is wishing you a very happy Pluto Cazimi. And maybe some of you Scorpios are going to find a new kind of place you're going to move into, or change your mind about where you want to live, change your mind about having a family. These can all be big themes coming up. So sending lots of love your way, and have a very happy Pluto Cazimi. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and risings, you're having this Pluto Cazimi in your third house. So this is going to be busy, busy, busy. Okay, the third house, I call it the busy house. It's the Gemini ruled areas of life. Okay, this is like you can be feeling really in your conspiracy theorist, really in your researcher archetype. Pluto is investigation and researching and getting to the bottom of things. And the third house is information and learning. Okay. With this in Aquarius at 1 degrees Aries degree, there's likely for a lot of Sagittarians a new kind of information or subject that is Aquarian in nature that you're going to start stepping into, and you might even become very, very powerful at. Pluto is the planet of power. So make time for learning in subjects that are interested in, subjects ruled by Aquarius, which is like technology, spiritual science, astrology, the woo, ETs, anything considered weird and innovative and forward thinking. Aquarius is a sign we associate with friends, and third house we also associate with friends. So there could be, secrets being revealed about friends or siblings or cousins, or some kind of deep truth. There could be very deep conversations that you're having at this time as well. So let us know what's going on, Sagittarians. I'm very curious, very inspiring, and not going to be boring for you guys at all. So sending lots of cosmic love your way, and have a happy Pluto Cazimi. Next, we got our Capricorn, sun, moon, and risings. Cappies, you're having this Pluto Cazimi in your second house of values and finances and income, pleasure, enjoyment, food, okay, beauty, sensuality. So this is really a time that is inviting you to reflect on your values and maybe make a transformation in your value, how you believe in yourself or how you value yourself is what you attract out into the world, out into the field. Many Capricorns will have new income stream opportunities be highlighted, new work be highlighted. Some Capricorns will be receiving returns on investments. Second house of Taurus is finances. Aquarius is the economy. Pluto is investments. So be aware of that. This is actually really good Pluto Cazimi. I'm not a financial advisor, you guys, but for the Cappies to invest in something ruled by Aquarius. Okay, actually a very good Cazimi for sure for that. So expect the unexpected when it comes to your finances, when it comes to income, work, what you consider to be pleasurable, enjoyable. Maybe there's a new kind of pleasure and enjoyment that comes into your life as well. And if you want to really work with this Cazimi, reflect on your values and be honest with what needs to be transformed. Okay, Cappies, I'm sending lots of love your way and have a very happy Kazimi. Next, we've got our Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Aquarius, this is a Pluto Kazimi in your sign. We have not had a Pluto Kazimi in Aquarius for around 240 years. And it's at 1 degrees, critical beginning degrees. So this is a really big new beginning, fresh insights, fresh downloads, inspiration, and empowerment. Pluto is power and empowerment for the Aquarians. I'm hearing spirits say, I dare you. Okay, which is very intense. Spirit is daring you, Aquarians, to do something out of the norm, to go outside your comfort zone. Your comfort zone. Pluto is change. Aquarius is also change. Pluto is to get out of your comfort zone. What is a fear that you need to face? What is something that you want to do, but maybe you're scared of it? Or what have you maybe been slacking on that you haven't put the energy towards? Maybe you haven't felt the self-worth around it or the empowerment around it. Aquarius, this can be very big life changes happening for you at this Kazimi, and be open to it. And I'm hearing spirits say, I dare you. I dare you to make the change. I dare you to believe in yourself. I dare you to do things in a different and innovative way, to create new portal pathways, to create new opportunities, to shift the energy. So this is a very big shifting of energy in a profound and transformational and empowering way for the Aquarians. Let me know what is going on for you guys. Okay. You do have the dispositor, your planetary ruler, Uranus, in the 4th house. So for many of you, there can be big focus on home, family, where you're living, your family dynamics, your emotions, emotional healing as well. Those can be themes coming up. So Aquarians, I love you all so much. Absolutely magical Kazimi in your sign. Let me know in the comments what's going on if you feel to. And I'm sending lots of love your way. Last, we've got our magical Pisces. DigiBean says, I double dare you back. I love that. Yeah, we're going to dare the Aquarians with this Pluto Kazimi. Pisces, you're having this Pluto Kazimi in the 12th house, which is the Pisces house, your home house. So this can be deep revealing of really hidden information. Okay, the 12th house and the 8th house of Scorpio is hidden information, healing. Pay attention to your dreams, Pisces. You can have very weird and profound insights, inspiration in your dream time while you rest, while you meditate, at sacred sites, in spiritual places, around spiritual people. For you, this is very spiritual and healing and creative as well. So you guys, you Pisces, you're going through so many downloads right now. I mean, you got a stellium of planets in your sign. The North Node has just moved into your sign. And now this Pluto Kazimi in your home house. So don't force anything right now, Pisces. I'm hearing spirits say, because there's very big shifts going on and your life might completely change, like in a different direction, get a new inspiration about something with this Pluto Kazimi in your home house at the same time as having so much in Pisces in your 1st house. So make time for rest, make time for spiritual connection, creativity, fantastic for creativity as well. And yeah, maybe go do something like in a spiritual community. Go do something spiritual with a community. Aquarius in your 12th house, that can be very, very powerful. So Pisces, I love you all so much. Sending lots of love your way. Happy Pluto Kazimi. We've gone through all our signs. And I'm a little bit loopy. I've had an absolutely crazy work week. Videos very late in the night this past week at Belgium time. So it's just about 1 a.m. in the morning here. And yeah, I'm going to go get some sleep, get some rest before we got this absolutely wild Pluto Kazimi, huge developments coming up for all of us. Thank you guys all so much for joining me, whether you're in the live crew or the replay crew. Thank you guys so much. And please remember, to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Check out my Pluto and Aquarius Master Workshop for the collective and all 12 signs, as well as my 2025 Predictions Live Workshop. The Pluto one is 4 hours. The 2025 one is over 10 hours. Links are in the description box below. Personal readings with me are available at the link below as well. Sign up for my newsletter below to keep up to date with me no matter what happens. Completely uncensored, my newsletter. And what else was I going to say? Yeah, lots of cool stuff coming up for the Gregorian year of 2025. So some announcements that are gonna be coming up I'm very excited about. And I do have PayPal tip jar in my comments below. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, share a little tip, helps to keep my channels going as well. So love you guys so much. Have an absolutely amazing and powerful, magical Pluto Cazimi. And I will see you all on the other side. Bye, everybody. Love you.